Hello everyone. So well, this is another replay that I have on a folder set on the side with replays played on at least the last couple of weeks that include players that I enjoy watching play, and I'm hoping this one to be a nice one as well. Since I'm not shoutcasting that frequently now, I end up having plenty of matches to choose from. So this one is another match from the Korean pros, a ladder match, and it includes a player, this blue Terran here, that I really enjoy play, and I don't see him play for at least a couple of months now. On the early stages of Starcraft 2, on the official release, he was quite active, played on the GSL, very good Terran player in my modest opinion, and then he was kinda gone, or at least I wasn't able to follow his career and his matches for a long time, so I'm just glad I picked up this one. He'll be facing against this red Zerg, MarpsPrime. And well, he is a member of Team Prime, and that's a sign of quality, but I never seen Marps play, to be honest. I think this is the second replay I pick up from him and take a look. So what I did was that I went to the Starcraft 2 ranking website and take a look at his rankings on the ladder, and well, boy, was I surprised. Because MarpsPrime is on the top 50 in the Korean ladder and on the top 100 on the world on every server, so pretty impressive results there on the ladder. And hopefully this is going to be another Zerg player that we might be able to see a bit more about on the tournament scene soon enough. Maybe he's just preparing, starting to reveal himself, and soon enough he's going to be able to show his skills on the tournament scene. He'll be facing here against this blue Terran, and that Korean name translated to English is STAUGust. And for the ones that are not familiarized with that name, maybe you recognize AugustWeRRa, because it's the same player. As you guys know, Team WeRRa was fairly well known and quite a big team on the early stages of the official release of Starcraft 2, but then things start getting a bit hairy, a bit pear-shaped, because there were some sexual harassment accusations going on that team. Apparently one of the managers decided to sexually harass one of their new recruits, and well, things got a bit complicated and the team ended up disbanding. And whoa, look at this nice move. SCV is gonna pass. Let's see, yeah, not gonna spot him, nice move there, and now advancing and getting the natural expo. Very well placed there, nice move, and killing the SCV, so AugustWeRRa or STAUGust, let's see if I don't mess up his name during the shoutcast, because I'm so used to call him AugustWeRRa, so my apologies right now before I start messing up. But as you guys could see, brilliant move there. AugustWeRRa wasn't able to spot that natural expo going down, though he might assume being a Zerg player, but lately things hasn't been like that. Zerg players are trying to play a bit more safe, a bit more cautious about their playstyle and risking less, especially against Terran players, because of all the early pressure, 2 racks Marine and stuff like that. So I'm not sure if he's aware of that second expansion, or even figuring out by himself that the expansion is there. He just pulled the trick on him. But not to worry much about it for now. It was a nice move there by MarpsPrime, no doubt about it. And as you can see, AugustWeRRa or STAUGust went for a single Reaper. He's going to be using it for scouting purposes. I would say he's not committing to any more Reaper play, at least not there on the production tab. There's nothing else. And hatchery almost finished. There it is, pop. And now playing out of 2 bases pretty soon and finishing up his metabolic boost, so the speed for the Zerglings will be incoming soon. He does need some kind of defense, or else this Reaper will be roaming around. Oh, nice spotting there. Right spot for that Reaper to jump, and a bunch of Zerglings were already waiting for him. Transferring the Queen to the natural expo, making sure he's gonna have a way of poking at that Reaper and stopping all the scouting and harassing. And now the Terran players starting to abuse the ledges on this map. These ledges are so useful for Terran players, as you might imagine, and there's a normal tendency to just commit himself to a lot of that ledge play. Incoming once again the Reaper, trying to flank all of the Zerglings, but now Zerglings with Zergling speed on the creep is just complicated. The Reaper wasn't fast enough and got instantly killed. So now on STAUGust's side, he's playing out of 4 racks. 4 racks play pretty soon, so committing himself to a lot of bio play, and apparently a lot of Marines, not a single Marauder for now, though he has the tech lab here to research the stim pack. He might be preparing these racks to build something else later on, and getting his fast expand ready. Not really fast, to be honest, already 36 there, but preparing his orbital command to land on the expansion and start playing out of 2 bases soon enough. Probably preparing himself to balance once again the income. As you can see, MarpsPrime is pulling ahead just by a little bit, and every time the mules come down, yeah, lots of mules there, AugustWeRRa starts benefiting from it and gets a lot of income back. And now pulling back is going to balance it. A lot of SCVs already placed on the mineral line on the Natural Expo. Plenty of Marines with a single bunker trying to get some static defenses there. A second SCV were sent for scouting purposes, got killed, and pulling back once again with his Zerglings. Notice how he's trying to gain map control, and he is containing his opponent from advancing by having dominance over this Xel'Naga watchtower. Now finally has to leave. A lot of Marines coming out trying to shoot as much of those Zerglings as possible. Zerglings still picking up some of the Marines left on the back, and now running into that Natural Expo. Single Marine inside the bunker trying to shoot some of them, but they actually reach the mineral line and the SCVs deal with them. Only 2 of them left. I think the SCVs are going to finish them off. There it is, offense there, over. But there's a lot of Marines advancing into the Natural Expo from MarpsPrime. Does he have any defenses? One spine crawler, plenty of Zerglings, and the second spine crawler going down, trying to get a nice surround there. Not enough. Nice micro there by AugustWeRRa. 2 spine crawlers now up, and August decide to pull back. It is way too much, and look at the amount of Zerglings that are here. They're just trying to slowly surround all of those Marines. Nice flanking there and chewing them all down. Whoa! Look at how fast they got all of that Marine ball. Plenty of Zerglings with Zergling speed getting a really quickly and deadly surround. Now trying to do the same on the ones that are on the Xel'Naga watchtower, but not successful this time. Only 2 Zerglings left, and I think he's gonna try to use them for some more scouting, but no effective there. They just got killed at the entrance at the first line of defense on the Natural Expo from August. Meanwhile, on the main base, as you can see, MarpsPrime saw a lot of Marines, so he's gonna go for an infestation pit and a second hatchery on the main base. So this is going to be kind of a quirky build. Also speed on his overlords, and I mean quirky because I do see a lot, as you can see, infestors here. Pathogen glands already getting ready and researched as well, and there's an overlord scouting, taking a look at what's going on here. 4 racks, 5 racks play into factory and starport, while there's a second group of Marines advancing once again into those 2 spine crawlers. Plenty of defenses here, more Zerglings coming out trying to shove them away and slowly micro them back. August trying to make sure they're going to be kept safe, sending only 2 of them in the front, trying to spot what MarpsPrime is doing. And as you can see, the army composition from MarpsPrime at the moment is Infestor Zergling. Infestors are very useful against Marine Marauder balls. As you can see, look at how fast all of those Zerglings surround them when they're just locked with the fungal growth, and then grinds all of those units down. The only issue I see here now, at least from the top of my head, is, well, it's kind of a squishy army. I mean, it's a front line of Zerglings that are fairly fragile, backed up by infestors who are very good against Marine Marauder balls, but they're kind of fragile, so I'm not sure if this is the way to go, but I guess we're going to see it pretty soon. Meanwhile, here on August's side, he's reinforcing with Medivacs, some mech, couple of Hellions, quite effective units against Zerglings especially, and look at how he has map control. He's been spreading all of his overlords around the bases and around the locations for expansions. And here comes nice flanking there with a lot of Zerglings, but wasn't able to catch by surprise the units from August. He's been spreading his creep, trying to make sure that he's going to benefit fully out of his Zergling speed. Nice fungal growth on top of those Marines and Hellion, and a nice surround, grinding down all of those Hellions so fast. A single Hellion left and killed. So for now this army is working for MarpsPrime, but the issue here for me is the army might be functional against these Marines, but I'm pretty sure that AugustWeRRa will consider transitioning to something else, or at least reinforce his army, because I mean, it's single Marine for now, getting backed up by a couple of Hellions and some Medivacs, as you can see. Let's take a look at the unit. 30 Marines, Medivacs, that's it. On the other side, Infestors, Queens, and a lot of Zerglings. So they're just focusing themselves, just committing themselves to low tier play, well, except for the Infestors, I would say. But apparently we're going to be preparing a drop here, but there's a counter drop occurring as well. Lots of Infestors getting ready to land on the base of AugustWeRRa. Ooh, we're going to have a trade base here, and a lot of Medivacs loaded with Marines dropping into the main base of MarpsPrime, while all of these Infestors drop on the base of AugustWeRRa, single turret trying to destroy those overlords, and keep an eye on the picture-in-picture window to follow both of the attacks at the same time. Plenty of infested Terrans getting spawned right on top of the orbital command, and they're all shooting the orbital command. Will they be able to destroy it? Oh, they're trying to focus fire, but no, they're just randomly shooting everything that moves. Plenty of defenses coming from that natural expo, and all of the infested Terrans trying to shoot down as fast as possible those SCVs backed up by some Marines. But no, they're just, for now, they're just living here, trying to shoot everything. They didn't destroy that much, to be honest. They actually wreaked havoc on the main base of AugustWeRRa, yes, but there's not that much destruction, and apparently MarpsPrime had to pick up his units, fall back, and once again he's going to send his orbital command to land there and keep establishing his econ game and normalize his income, because, well, this is just a really big interruption. Meanwhile, AugustWeRRa is pulling back with his medevacs. You guys seen all of his forces getting grinded down, and both players already working out of another base for MarpsPrime here on the top north, and another base, a third one for WeRRa, also here on the bottom south of the map. So 3 base play. Income wise, are they still balanced? Yes, they are. Now MarpsPrime transitioning into some roach play, trying to reinforce his front line. It is a good decision in my modest opinion. I mean, those Zerglings are quite fragile. They're very nice to surround with the Zergling speed on the creep, but backing up his army with infestors, he needs something sturdy, something strong on the front line, so those infestors can be microed and just throw a lot of fungal growth on top of all of those Marines on the bio ball. And apparently MarpsPrime is preparing some kind of advance. It's not a big army, but there's some roaches here backed up by a lot of infestors. Look at the amount of infested Terrans going down here. Whoa! So many infested Terrans getting dropped down, trying to shoot everything here on the natural expo. They actually succeeded into interrupting the mining here, and August has to pull everything back, but apparently he has enough defenses here on the high ground, and all the roaches being killed. Now there's not much left to defend these infestors. He needs to pull back, at least while he still has some infested Terrans to defend from the advancing units. And basically what's left of MarpsPrime's advance is this group of infestors, 5 infestors here. Once again, let's take a look at the army count. Fairly similar. Fungal growth right on top of all of those units, and more roaches coming to the fray to join the backup and stand their place on the front line and defend those infestors, while they'll just infested Terran and fungal growth, everything that moves on AugustWeRRa's side. All the roaches trying to contain the advance, but it's not enough, not even close. And oh, this Overlord is gonna get shot down, I'm pretty sure of it. Yeah, there it is, it's killed. So MarpsPrime had to pull back with all of his infestors, and meanwhile been working on these 2 bases. As you can see, each player just working fine. This one requires a lot of drones there to start benefiting from the income, while August already sent several SCVs, still far away from being saturated, of course, but still ahead of that one there. There it is, base spotted by MarpsPrime. He knows that that planetary fortress is down there again, and once again sending a big line of roaches to back up those infestors. Infestor play has been the dish of the day, of the tip of the day on this match. He's been using them a lot against the bio ball, and like I said, they are effective, but they do need some backup because they're quite fragile. Meanwhile, look at the amount of SCVs that just got transferred into this base, picking up both gas at the same time. And on the production tab, as you can see, there's plenty going on. The hatchery there getting whoa, lots of defenses here. Spinecrawler going down. Also a hatchery going down there. It was the result of the assault that AugustWeRRa did, so we lost one of the hatcheries. The second one is still working there, so a big focus on the mass producing of the units that is already able to get by getting an extra hatchery to get more of those larvae to spawn. And once again, here comes MarpsPrime. We're gonna have a big clash here in the middle. All of the units are getting spotted by the Xel'Naga watchtower. Whoa, nice fungal growth, lots of roaches standing the heat, taking all the shots in the front, while big fungal growth play on the back. And look at all those roaches just spewing the acid backed up by the fungal growth, trying to grind down the defenses from grinding down the defenses from August, from StarCraft August. but wasn't enough. He has plenty of Marines now backed up by Marauders and so many Medivacs. Well, one thing he was able to do was to drain the energy out of those Medivacs to recover the HP from all those units, but apparently he's gonna push now. Nice fungal growth, picking up most of the units from August there, and now trying to melt down what's left of the front line. But I don't think there's enough here. There's not enough roaches to contain this advance. Now backup reinforcements coming from the Natural Expo, and probably will be able to defend this place and contain the advance with this big bulk that has been grinded down as they advance. And now there's not much left, as you guys can see, from the big bulk of Marines and Marauders. Backups now incoming, but army count, army-wise, whoa, now we have STAUGust leading the way by quite a lot, 137 against 107. And units lost, as you can see, there's the difference, the gap between both of them. But I'm honestly not sure what's the plans from MarpsPrime. He's slowly microing his infestors, as you can see. Look at him, just sending his infestors one by one to get some fungal growth on top of the units from August. But the problem is that there's plenty of Medivacs there. He is draining all the Medivacs, no doubt about it. He's taking all the energy, but the units are not getting killed that much as he probably desired, I would say. Burrow in play, a way of avoiding getting shot when he's microing each of those infestors back and forth. Look at him just doing that. Once again another fungal, and lost another infestor. So his infestor army has been chewed down slowly. Meanwhile, there's already a 4th base here getting built and a 5th one already on the island. While here on Marp's side, there it is, scan going down, spotting the base. He's still working out of 3 bases against 5 now for August. He chose there on the income tab, and now a small push with the units from August, trying to shoot down as much as possible of this base from MarpsPrime. And there's not much here to defend, only a queen and a couple of roaches. There we go, hatchery down, lost this expo, and this is going to be a big hit on the income from MarpsPrime, I would say. Meanwhile, there's still no workers on this base, no workers on this one, and August is just messing up a huge M&M ball on this place here, which is kind of a choke point. It will stop Marps from advancing with any of his units, and incoming the big assault. Marps is actually not building anything at all. I'm pretty sure that most of his mineral lines are exhausted, and big clash in front of his Natural Exo with a lot of fungal growth trying to be to grind down the Marine Marauder force, but the Medivacs are backing them up and there's not much left of the forces from MarpsPrime. He has plenty of infestors, but infestors by themselves are just way too fragile, and I don't think this is gonna work properly. He has to pull back, he's being forced to pull back and retreat to his main base, while he's gonna lose his Natural Exo and is now playing out of one single base. So I think that this is gonna spell trouble for MarpsPrime. Look at the income, absolutely nothing. His mineral lines are completely drained and he's getting a huge amount of pressure. I think he's gonna try to answer back with a drop. He picked up all the infestors that he pulled back into his main base, and he's gonna prepare a drop into the main base of August, but I think that is just a desperate move. Look at the amount of bases that August actually has. 5 bases against 1. I don't think that even a miracle can save MarpsPrime on this situation. He is preparing some kind of surprise drops, as you can see. Overlord loaded with drones, they're kinda curious. And still August waiting for more and more reinforcements to advance. He's even leaving some small groups behind. Look at this Medivac group left there. Meanwhile, already the drop done with roaches and infestors on the main base, I'm sorry, not the main base, on the expo from STAUGust, dropping a lot of infested Terrans there. And what are these infested Terrans are supposed to do against this planetary fortress? Look at all the SCVs repairing the planetary fortress, and he's just spewing more and more infested Terrans, backed up by the roaches, but not even close. He can't get that HP down. So much repair going on that planetary fortress, and meanwhile blasting away all the infested Terrans and all the roaches. Meanwhile, there's a big push into the main base. There goes the infestation pit and the roach warren. Both of them are going to get destroyed, and all the production facilities from MarpsPrime are getting chewed down. There's not much left from his base. The lair is going to get killed as well, and he just leaves the game with no GGG, no nothing. Oh, this might be a bit painful for MarpsPrime. I don't think he liked much that this defeat. He didn't even say DG, but yeah, well, it's just the way things are. Okay, so fairly long game and intense. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Hope I didn't mess up much with the name of AugustWeRRa and StarCraft because I recognize him as AugustWeRRa for a long time. See you all later, okay? I'm gonna pick up another game to shoutcast later on. Have fun.